hotty. When you truly understand what I'm going to be teaching you all and you get it, you're going to say, I was the best thing ever happened to you all. I promise you, this is exciting what the Lord is doing. And I want you all to get this present, feel this love, feel the love that God has for us, and understand where we at is because everybody is asleep. And I want everybody to become aware and to come consciousness of what's going on. And why we are where we're at today, because people are not aware of who they are. And if they don't know who they are, they don't know who you are. And that's why people can continue to grab at money, hurt people, kill people, don't care about each other. They are sleepwalking. They're not aware. They're not conscious of what's going on. They're sleepwalking. And until we wake up and see the light that God has shined on us, He said He will be a light unto our path. But you got to be able to see the light to the past. Now, I want to talk about God consciousness and a spiritual awakening. A spiritual awakening is aware of things, is being aware of things, transforming your daily action into worship, aware of the divine presence, seeing God in all things. You see God in all things, and you can't be upset because you see God in all things and you say, God got this. God knows all about this, and I'm not going to worry about this. Seeing God in all things, even in ordinary, common places. Now, in 1 Thessalonians 5:17, say, pray without ceasing. And when you become conscious of God, you will pray without ceasing. All day long, God is continuing to be in your mouth, and you continue to praying about something, and you don't be worried, but you just love to pray to God. You love that divine spirit, the divine presence. And you enter into transformation. You begin to transform, moving from ego-driven sense. You move from ego-driven sense and to recognize God worked through you. God worked through you. Everything, we got to have God to work it out, work it through us. Whatever it is, God got to be in the center and the head of our life. People say, God is the head of my life. Sometimes they say that. But when God is the head of your life, you pray, you sense God in everything. I'm telling you, in everything, you concern, okay, God. Because you say, okay, God, because we say, order our step in the word. All those words in the Bible is not God. So you got to learn how to rightfully divide the word, because there's a lot of things in there. People like church folk, a lot of them preaching that old stuff, what was put in the Bible for whatever reason. I don't want to go there, but a lot of it is not from God. It's a library that people put all that stuff together, and you got to know. But I want to say one thing: when you read that Bible, everything you read in it, if it's God, it's love. God is love. He's teaching you how to have faith. He's teaching you how to hope. He's teaching you how to take one day at a time, live day by day, love one another. God is in all that. God worked through us. We have ethics, and that means we're being kind, we love, and we recognize love. We recognize God's peoples. We recognize God present. And we be deep concerned about all things. You says that ain't right. Consult the Lord. Pray about all things. Yeah. You need a divine in everyone. See the divine in everyone. See God in everyone. His divine spirit, because God is in everyone and they don't recognize. Most times, a lot of people don't recognize when you're doing dark things and you hating and you dishonest and you don't care about nobody else, you're not recognizing God. He's in you, but if you recognize God, He's gonna say no. That spirit gonna say that ain't good. That's not right. And we have to recognize God. And then we are honest. We have a spiritual growth, a life journey of deep knowing of God through Scripture, praying and an open heart, walking in the Spirit, and connect to the divine Spirit with God. Dedicating every action, every function in your life. You dedicate it to God. I'm telling you, I have learned to dedicate everything in my life to God. I recognize God before I go out. I recognize God before I go to bed. I recognize God when I get up. I spend time, quieting my mind. I recognize God in everything because He's in me all the time. And so His presence and His will in me make me want to recognize Him all the time. And it's a beautiful thing when you learn, you don't get all twisted and all broken up and stressed and lonely. And I sleep well. I'm never lonely. Sometimes I think about the quietness in my house and the phone don't ring, but I'm good because I'm in the presence of the Lord. So if it don't happen, I'm okay. Because even if it happened, I wouldn't allow them to call too long and talk too long because I like being in the presence of the Lord. And he said, pray in season and out of season. I open my heart to pray in season and out of season. Walk in deep knowledge, concern, and dedicate every action of your life to the Lord. Let go of ego. Stop ownership of worrying about your deeds, following deeds, and to surrender to the higher power. Stop worrying about what you done did, what you didn't do right. If you could do it over, you can. You can do it over and you can do it better. But you got to surrender all of that to the Lord. Surrender your ways, surrender your action, surrender your will to the Lord. And it's a relationship that I am finding out that I'm never alone. I'm never alone. I question God about everything. I question God. I'm excited because I know something good is going to happen to me. And I get so excited sometimes. And that's because I'm in the presence of the Lord. I'm just sharing this with you because I am in the presence of the Lord. And when you get in the presence of the Lord, you will not be depressed. You will not be heartbroken. You will not be aggravated. You will not be hurted. Even if hurt come, before you know it, God's presence is there, and you're like, "Oh, okay, I'm good. I'm good." I know I've been going through some things in my body, and I'm meditating. I talk to the Lord, and He gives me a peace about it. He gives me a peace about whatever it is. I lay my hands on my body, and I give it to the Lord. whatever it is, you got to give it to the Lord. But you got to know His presence is with you at all times. God will lead us and guide us the way we should go, but we have to have a connection. You got to have a connection with God. If you don't have a connection with God, your life is in torment. So that's why I wanted to teach on God consciousness and be aware of the spirit that within you. You have a divine spirit in you. And if you don't know how to get in touch and know you have a divine spirit in you, you're going to have to meditate, take some deep breath, calm down, quieten your mind. It's worth it. It's worth everything that I've been saying. And I know some of you say, that's all she talk about. Well, if you find out what I'm talking about, your life will change and you will never, never be the same. It's the goodness of God in me that I feel. The reason I want to share that with you. If I had $1 million, I still would want to share this with you. Because I know when your eyes come open and you become aware of the presence of God in you, you're never going to be the same. I keep repeating this because it's so good. Just sometimes you have to go out of it. Sometimes you have to get away from it because it's overwhelming, and you have to shut it down and become back into the flesh. It's good. It's good. I'm going to keep explaining it. I'm going to keep going in it another direction and hoping that I will say something that a light bulb will come on and you will have that light bulb moment, that feeling of God present in you and around you. You become aware of everything. You see it in a different way. Everything. There's a scripture said, behold, all things become new. And this is what I'm talking about. When you become God consciousness, you become aware of things that become new. The scripture is no longer the same. When you read them, you don't get the same understanding of it. There's a light that God shine into those scripture, and you can see them for what you see them to be. Whatever way you want to read that scripture, you can find death and life in the scripture. That's why a lot of people don't understand the Bible and they can't read it because they don't know how to rightfully divide it. And when you get into the presence of God, you can read it because you see all the good stuff in that scripture. You don't see it in the way that you've been taught. You see it in a loving, godly way, and you can see God teaching where God is teaching. Now, I know man logged in on a lot of stuff. They did the best they can, just like we going back to a bad time, to a dark place. We are going there because it's got to be some eye-opening, some understanding. So I'm here to try to open up my family and my friends and anybody that will listen to me. There is a present, and only God can give you his present. And I thank you. I know that we got to
I want you to
understand. I think that's why I like it. We got to understand that it's more to life than what we see daily and what we're going through. There's a spiritual part about you, and there's a natural part about you. And we got to understand that.